Hello there. My name is Adrian. We're going to do a Q&A today. So, since I don't have many supporters yet, because I will soon, I kind of asked my friends for some questions. But first we're going to do some ones that I wanted to share out of my own thoughts. Now, the first one is going to be, why are you in the middle of nowhere in a beach chair sitting in snow? And that's simple. I care. I care about my future. I care about pushing myself. This is something I really didn't want to do after I got out of my shower. But I was just like, you know what? How many opportunities am I going to get to go sit in the snow? So, here I am. The second one I have for myself is, why did I choose the name Adrian Spective? My Instagram name currently is AP Valleycoop, my first two initials and my last name, but we'll be changing over shortly because Adrian Spective means something a little more to me. It's more of a brand, my identity, than just my name, something I was given at birth, something I'm creating. And I'm creating it very fresh, very new. And if you're here now, I really appreciate you. I won't lie. I really appreciate all my supporters. I think I have like 35 subscribers on YouTube right now, and I want to say like maybe 120 on Instagram. But I know one day that number's going to be so big, I'm not even going to be able to fathom how I got here. In case you don't know, Adrian Spective plays on the two words Adrian, my own name, and Spective, which means to view or to see. And realistically, that was inspired by the life of Riza. I really wanted to come up with a unique way of displaying my name and to view my own self in a different view, as in my camera's view and not my own. All right, now we're gonna get into a couple of my friends. It's on my phone. Nick coming in with, what is the coolest thing you've ever done? And I think I have two answers for this. One of them is going to be something that I pushed myself to do, and the second one is going to be something that I really fought for in my own life. So the coolest thing I think I've ever done that I really pushed myself to do was I went skydiving with Nick, of course. And that was truly one of the most magnificent moments of my life. Jumping out of an airplane and seeing the world from a different perspective it was out of this world. I never thought I would be flying through the air with another human attached to me. And I even got to fly through a cloud. Like, never in my life did I think I was going to do that at 18 years old, which, truthfully, it's remarkable in my own head. But the other one that I really pushed myself to do and I really fought for was losing weight. I used to be, in my own mind, I used to be huge, right? I might not have been the fattest person ever, but that doesn't mean that I didn't feel like the fattest person ever. And losing that weight, shedding that skin, and becoming a brand new person, it really, really changed my life for the best. I really was able to learn what discipline truly was, because before that, I really didn't know what it was. Luke coming in with, how big is it? That's an undisclosed answer. Only my girlfriend knows that. And she will hopefully keep that to herself. If you can choose one book that has defined you, which book? Let me think about that for a second. Any smut book. Nah, I'm playing. I would say it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Mainly because that entire book is off the premise that what you think is how you live your life, and how your life will be determined by that. I have gone through so many periods of time in my own life where I really wasn't sure who I was, and my actions certainly showed that. Who I was most definitely showed that. How I acted towards others really showed that. And just about everything. And I think you really need to go through life with a positive mindset. I'm someone that is very tough on myself. I really have a high restraint for tough love, because in that time when I was my biggest self, I really felt like I needed someone to tell me that I needed to get my shit together, and yet nobody did. I had to tell myself. So I really grew tough love out of that on my own. But nonetheless, I still think you need to have fun while you live life, and you need to have this view of life that is just something else, right? You can't. The amount of times I've run into people that just live miserable lives, and I'm not saying that to be rude, I'm just saying that they choose to be miserable. They choose to seek out misery instead of joy or anything, because that's what they think they deserve. They think they belong in that category of misery, and you really can see just some amazing people that live like that, and it's sad to see, because I know that it can be way more than that. They didn't say anything else, but that's okay, because I guess I have another one for myself, and that's going to be, why do I post these dumb Instagram reels, hoping to get a voice out there in the world while maintaining and building my life individually and separate from social media. And I guess that's going to stem from, I really feel like I never had a voice when I was a kid. So I'd say that in your family, if you have a big family, it's much, much, much harder to have your own voice. You kind of have all these differing opinions coming at you from every single way, and you need to be able to find your own way. And then you hit school, and if you're not one of the popular kids, right, your voice doesn't necessarily matter amongst the masses, but it matters amongst your friends. And that's the most important part, is being able to find that small clique of people that really understand and support you, which I believe I have found, and I love them for it every single day. I don't take them for granted, ever. Even if my tough love side can show, it's only because I want what's best for them, and it's because I believe that the best friend you can possibly have is someone that sees more in you than you see in yourself. And those people, you want to be surrounded by them. So, long story short, I post these dumb Instagram reels and now YouTube videos because I feel like I have a voice that needs to be heard. It needs to be out there. And another reason too is when I was at my lowest point, my biggest point, I would listen to motivational clips of anybody I can find just to really try to get going, get the momentum started. And I guess that's something I would want to do for somebody else, even if it's one person, where somebody might see my video and it might boost them to even go to the gym once or something, anything. But I mean, truthfully, I think the best thing a human can do is help out another human. And that's all I've ever wanted to do. It took me a little bit to find that path, but truly we need to love each other. And don't get me wrong, I have my faults, I have my downfalls. I can be judgmental, and I have to remind myself to quit it. I have to stop being so defensive, building up these fake arguments in my head against people that I don't even talk to, I don't know. And it's just pointless. It's draining my own energy from myself. So if there's one takeaway to that, it's center your own energy, focus on yourself, live your own life. Don't live through somebody else, because you will sit there and you will be stagnant for so long. It'll make you so sad, it'll make you so depressed, and it's not worth it. I'm pretty sure this is a quote from Think and Grow Rich, but that would be, inaction is the way we deny life. And that testament is so true to myself, because I was back in COVID when I really allowed myself to sit still, to stop pushing myself. I hit that rut, that really bad rut, for a period of time where I really just hated myself. And I couldn't figure out why I hated myself. And that's because I was so stagnant. I wasn't doing anything. I was watching other people live their lives through YouTube or through TV shows. And at that moment, I thought I was depressed, but all I was doing was sitting still. I wasn't living life to its fullest. Even right now, I live in upstate New York, but yet I still found this beautiful piece of land to sit down and to talk to myself and to record a video that I did want to record, but I just needed to push myself to get there. I guess my next question, that's something personal, would be, what do you do when people you know don't support you? And I guess the only thing to do in that moment is to tune out the noise and prove them wrong. Simply. You know, everybody, it's so easy to hate. And like I said, I have my faults. I hate. And I really try my best not to, but I do. Because I'm only human and we are imperfect. But I can always strive to be better. I always want to be better. And it's so much harder to cheer somebody else on, because a lot of people are insecure in their own journeys. A lot of people are too scared to do it, so when somebody else does, they can either cheer for them or they can hate against them, because when they inevitably fail, which the path to success is littered with failure, you will fail, but you need to give up and you can't walk back to the colony. Like that penguin died. That penguin died for what he believed in, which was reaching the mountain. And I know that spoke to a lot of people. And the masses will hate on the penguin, but you need to be the penguin. I love that penguin. Just like I love Punch. Come on, Punch the monkey. I love Punch. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to wrap this video up. My butt is getting very wet and very cold from sitting in this beach chair. I hope that you took something positive away from this. I know I did. I actually just had a great time sitting with myself, talking. I feel like speaking to the camera, just me and you, I guess. It really just opened up my mind to new possibilities once again, which I'm always looking for. I hope you guys have a great day. Godspeed.